So the program status word, it is an 8-bit register. It is used to store the result of the arithmetic and the logic operations. Okay. So the result of the arithmetic and the logic operations are indicated by 1-bit register, which are called as the flag register. Okay. So these flag registers are grouped inside the program status word. So in the 8051 microcontroller, you are having 4 mathematical flags. So that is the carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, overflow flag, and the parity flag. Okay. So and in the 8051 you are having 3 user flags. So the user flags are F0, GF, overflow at parity, and 3. So 4 math flags are there. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 4 math flags are there and 3 user flags are there. Okay, so out of 3 user flags, so the user flag F0, okay, so user flag F0 and the 4 math flags, so that is carry, auxiliary carry, overflow, and parity, are grouped inside the program status word. So now we'll see the structure of the program status word register. Okay. So this is the structure of the program status word register. It is an 8-bit register. So having 8 bits. Okay. So the in the PSW register. Okay. So the most significant bit. So PSW register, it is a bit addressable register. You can access a particular bit of a program status word register. Okay. So in the PSW register, the most significant bit, or the 7th bit, okay, so which we can indicate it as PSW point 7, indicates that the 7th bit of the PSW register. So the bit numbers goes from 0 to 7. Okay, so the 7th bit of the PSW register, so it is called as the carry flag. Okay, so this is the carry flag. So the carry flag is stored in the 7th bit of the PSW register. Okay, so whenever you are doing the arithmetic and logic operation, so after doing the arithmetic and logic operation, so if there is a carry out from the D7 bit, okay, if there is a carry out from the D7 bit, okay, so in that case, so in that case the carry flag is set to 1. So else the carry flag is set to 0. Okay, so after doing the arithmetic and the logic operation, if there is a carry out from the D7 bit, in that case the carry flag is set to 1, else the carry flag is set to 0. Okay, so the 6th bit of the PSW register is nothing but it is used to store the auxiliary carry flag. Okay, so auxiliary carry flag is nothing but it is used with the decimal addition and subtraction. Okay, so this auxiliary carry flag is set, so this AC is equal to 1, so the auxiliary carry flag is equal to 1 whenever there is a carry from D3 bit to D4 bit. Okay, so from lower nibble to upper nibble, if there is a carry from D3 bit to D4 bit, in that case the auxiliary carry flag is set to 1. Okay, so the auxiliary carry flag is set to 1 if there is a carry from D3 to D4 bit after you performing the addition or some arithmetic or the logic operation. Okay, so the next bit is the 5th bit of the PSW register is the F0 flag. Okay, so it indicates the F0 flag. So we call it as the flag 0. So it is the user flag. So it is used for the general purpose. It is left for the future use. Okay, so always by default, okay, by default on reset, it is set to 0. If not, you are not using on reset, this flag is set to 0. Okay, so the next 2 bits, so the next 2 bits of the PSW register, so these are flag. The next 2 bits of the PSW register, that is bit 4 and bit 3, so are used for register bank selection. So PSW, 4th bit of the PSW register is RS1, the 3rd bit of the PSW register is R0, RS0. Okay, so these are used for register bank selection. Okay, so as I said you already, so in 8051 microcontroller, so the RAM 128 bytes of RAM is there, so out of which there are 4 register bank. Okay, so each register bank is consisting of the 8 registers. Okay, so 4 register banks are there, each are having 8 register. So since I'm having the 4 register bank, so currently in which bank from which bank the registers I'm using, so is based on the bits set by RS1 and RS0. So 4 register banks since I'm having, which register banks currently is being used. So E is indicated by the RS1 and RS0 bit. If RS1 and RS0 bit are 00, then the register bank 0 is going to be selected. If RS1 is 0, RS0 is 1, the register bank 1 is going to be selected. Okay, so if RS1 is 1 and RS0 is 0, then the register bank 2 is going to be selected. If RS1 is 1, RS0 is 1, in that case the register bank 3 is going to be selected. Okay, so which register bank we are currently accessing, so is based on the selection of the bits RS1 and RS0. Both are 0, bank 0 is selected, 0 1 bank 1 is selected, 1 0 bank 2 is selected, 1 1 bank 3 is selected. Okay, so by default on reset always this bank 0 is going to be selected, because of which so this register what RS1 is equal to 0, RS0 is equal to 0. If I want to access the register from other banks, in that case, so in the program I can select the corresponding register bank by setting the appropriate RS1 and RS0 bits. Okay, so by default always register bank 0 is going to be selected. Okay, so the next bit, okay, so the second bit is the second bit of the program status word is reserved for the overflow flag. Okay, so overflow flag indicates if I'm doing any signed arithmetic, if there any errors are there in the signed arithmetic, in that case the overflow flag is used to indicate there has an overflow occur. Okay, so when the overflow flag is equal to 1 means the overflow flag is equal to 1. Okay, if I am having a carry from, so there is a carry from D6 bit to D7 bit. So whenever I'm performing an operation, so in that operation there is a carry from D6 to D7 bit. Okay, so from D6 to D7 I am having a carry, but there is no carry out of D7 bit. Okay, no carry out of D7 bit. So the overflow flag is set to 1 if either of the two conditions are satisfied. So the first condition is nothing but, so if there is a carry from D6 bit to D7 bit and there is no carry out of D7 bit, in that case the overflow flag is equal to 1. Okay, so otherwise if there is a carry out, okay, so carry out from D7 bit, there is a carry from D7 bit. Okay, so but there is no carry from D6 to D7 bit, no carry. So there is one carry from, okay, if there is a carry out of D7 bit but no carry from D6 to D7 bit, in that case the overflow flag is set. Okay, so overflow flag is set if either of the two conditions are satisfied. The two conditions are, so if there is a carry from D6 to D7 bit but there is no carry from D7 bit, in that case overflow flag is set to 1. So the other condition is if there is no carry from D6 to D7 bit but there is a carry out from D7 bit, in that case the overflow flag is set. Okay, if at all I am having a carry from D6 to D7 and also carry from D7 bit, in that case both are 1 1, in that case the overflow flag will be 0. If there is no carry out from D6 to D7 and no carry out from D7, in that case also the overflow flag is equal to 0. So if there is a carry from D6 to D7, no carry out of D7. So one is 0 and another one is 1. In that case, so exclusive NOR condition. In that case only the overflow flag is set to 1. Okay, so the next, the first bit of the PSW register. So it is user definable flag. Okay, so it is not used to store any bit, so we can initialize it to the value 0. Okay, so the next is the last bit is the parity flag. Okay, so the parity flag indicates the how many number of ones are there in the result. So after I perform any arithmetic and logic operation, the number of ones indicated by the parity flag. Okay, so the parity flag is 1. So the parity bit or the parity flag is set to 1 if there are odd number of ones in the result. Okay, so if there are odd number of ones, in that case the parity bit is set to, so if odd number of ones are there, the parity bit is set to 1. If even number of ones are there, then the parity bit is set to 0. So this is about the program status word. Okay, so program status word is a 8-bit register. It is a bit addressable register. I can access each bit of the PSW register individually. So the 7th bit is nothing but it is dedicated for the carry flag. So this bit is set whenever there is a carry out from the D7 bit. So the next bit is dedicated for the auxiliary carry flag. So that bit is set if at all there is a carry from D3 bit to D4 bit. So there is a carry from lower nibble to the upper nibble. In that case, the auxiliary carry flag is set. So the next is the user flag F0. So it is dedicated for the general purpose. So it is not used. So usually we initialize it to the value 0. The next two bits are used for register bank selection. So 00 indicates bank 0, 01 indicates bank 1. So 10 indicates bank 2 and 11 indicates the bank 3. So the next bit is dedicated for overflow flag. So the overflow flag is 1 if either of the two conditions are satisfied. So the first condition is if there is a carry from D6 to D7 bit and there is no carry out of D7 bit, in that case the overflow flag is set to 1. Okay, so otherwise if there is no carry from D6 to D7 but there is a carry out from D7, in that case the overflow flag is set to 1. Okay, so the next bit is not used. Okay, so in that case we'll initialize it to the value 0. So the last bit is dedicated for the parity bit. Okay, so if there are odd number of ones in the result, then the parity bit is equal to 1. So otherwise the parity bit is equal to 0. Okay, so this is about the program status word. So coming to this, we have taken an example. Show the content of the PSW register after the execution of the following instruction. So the instruction what I'm having the instruction. So move A comma hash 0BFH. 0BFH. H indicate it is an hexadecimal value. Whenever the number starts with the hexadecimal numbers like A, B, C, D. So whenever the number starts with that, then we need to append a 0. So because of which a 0 is used. We cannot directly write hash BF. So we should write hash 0BF. Okay. So since it is hexadecimal indicated with the H. Okay. So here we are having the instruction move A comma hash. Hash indicates it's an immediate value. So the value BF is stored in the register A. So next I'm having the instruction add A comma hash 1BH. Okay. So the content of A, what is there in the A? In the A register I'm having B and F. Okay, so BF is there. So it is added with the value 1B. Okay, and the result is stored back in the register A. So the addition of BF and 1B happens and the result is again stored back in the register A. So since we are carrying out any arithmetic and logic operations, all the flags are going to be affected. Okay, so here we'll see what are the different flags, how they are going to be affected. Okay, so here B, so B is nothing but it is 11 indicated as 1011. So B is indicated as 1011. F is indicated as 1111. Okay, so 1B. So 1B, 1 is indicated by 0, 0, 0, 1 and B as 1, 0, 1, 1. So now since we are having the addition or instruction, I'll just add the two numbers. Okay, so I'll add the two numbers. So what is 1 plus 1? So 1 plus 1 is nothing but it is 2, indicated as 1, 0. So 0 here and 1 carry. 1 plus 1 is 3. So 3 is indicated as 1, 1. So 1 here and 1 carry. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 is indicated as 1, 0. So 0 and 1 carry. Okay. So 3, so is nothing but it is 1 and 1 carry. 3, so 3 is indicated as 1, 1, 1 here and 1 carry. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 is indicated as 1, 0, 0 here and 1 carry. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay. So now this bit is D naught bit. Okay. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay. So now, so first which flag we are having? PSW.7 is the carry flag. When the carry flag is set, if there is any carry out from the D7 bit, after doing the addition, if I'm getting any carry, so any carry out here, so in that case the D7 bit is set to 1, otherwise it is set to 0. Since I don't have any carry out from the D7 bit, so I'll set this carry flag is equal to 0. Okay. So now, so PSW.6, so for what it is dedicated? It is dedicated for the auxiliary carry flag. So auxiliary carry flag says, so after the addition, if there is a carry from D3 bit to the D4 bit, so 1, 1, 1 I've done. So 1, 1, 1 is 3. So 3 is indicated as 1 and 1 carry. So from D3 bit to the D4 bit, I'm having a carry. So after the addition, I'm having a carry here. So because of which from lower nibble to upper nibble there is a carry. So because of which the auxiliary carry flag is set to 1. So whenever there is a carry from D3 to D4 bit, the auxiliary carry flag is set to 1. Okay. So F0 is user flag 0. So it is set to 0. Okay. RS1 and RS0 bits are used for register selection. So by default, so the register bank 0 is selected, because of which these two bits are equal to 0. So now coming to the overflow flag. So overflow flag, when it is set, if at all there is a carry from D6 to D7. Is there any carry from D6 to D7? There is no carry from D6 to D7. So and any carry out of D7, the carry out of D7 is also 0. Both are zeros. From D6 to D7 it is 0. From out of D7 is also 0. No carry is there. Okay. So here if either of these are 1, so in that case the overflow flag set to 1. Otherwise it is set to 0. So since there is a carry from D6, there is no carry from D6 to D7 and no carry out of D7, so the overflow flag is equal to 0. Okay. So PSW.1 it is not used, so we'll set it to 0. So the last bit is the parity bit. So the parity bit indicates the odd parity. Now I'll see how many number of ones are there in the result. So in the result I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is the odd number. So whenever the odd number of ones are there, the parity bit is set to 1. Okay. So since I am having odd number of ones, the parity bit is set to 1. Okay. So now if I see the content of the PSW register, so this 4 but, so is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 0. It goes to the value 4 and 0, 0, 0, 1 is nothing but it's equal to 1. The content of the PSW register is nothing but it is 41 in the hexadecimal. Okay. So this is how we, after performing any arithmetic or the logic operation, how the content of the PSW register is going to be affected. Okay. So 8051, 4 math flags, carry, auxiliary carry, overflow and parity. So these math flags output depends upon the result of the operation which you are going to be carried out. Okay. Any doubt is there?